Hi everyone, I'm here again to talk about and to educate people about what's happening in Palestine, especially to the Filipinos like me. So, before I came to the Middle East, I did not have an ounce of idea about the conflict that was going on because it is something that was never taught to us Filipinos and never really affected us because it's all the way out there in the Middle East and we're here in Southeast Asia. So before coming to the Middle East, I did not have any idea or information about this topic. And also, I would say that I was a little bit biased because growing up and being raised in a Christian country with 90% Catholics, we grew up with a biased idea that Israel is the Holy Land and Israel is the chosen land of God and Israelis are the chosen people. Stuff like that, which I know is very absurd. And if you have asked me before 2015 what would be my opinion about it, I would say the same because I'm telling you, I did not have an ounce of information about what was going on. And I remember the first conversation I had when I landed in the Middle East that was related to the Palestine and Israel was I was in a Halloween party in a hotel that was it was organized by my friend, and I was talking to the balcony with one of my Palestinian friends, and I asked him where was he from, and then he said Palestine, and I swear I did not have any idea. And I even said, isn't that land Israel? That's how uninformed I was. And after that conversation, I had the curiosity to dig deeper about the topic. So because of that, I did my research. And even the things that you would see in the internet are biased. But I'm glad that I'm not the kind of person who just accepts or read something and accept it as a fact. I dig deeper than that. And I found out the truth, you know. So even for some time, I believed that the Jews were the chosen people of God. I swear, I was sharing posts back in, I think, 2015, 2016, saying that if I would be born again, I would want to be a Jew because the Jews were the chosen people of God. Yeah, it was that bad. And then one of my teachers in high school, who was from a Christian academy, even responded to my post. And then she said, she's our guidance counselor. She said, I hope that you read the Bible well so that it will guide you. And I was like, what is she talking about? She knows about the Bible, and why does she think that the Jews were not the chosen people? You know? So yeah, eventually I read, and I found out the truth. So as someone who has researched and kind of believed both sides of the story, I'm here to debunk all of the disinformation that was said and taught to us. So I see a lot of you, a lot of my friends, Filipino friends, who's been sharing this post with the Western Wall and Al-Aqsa Mosque at the back, and the lion with a flag of Israel saying, pray for Israel. And a lot of you who are sharing this post claims to be Christians. If you know who you are, then this is for you. Be guilty. Because you are spreading disinformation, and not only that, if kids see that post, kids who do not have an ounce of information, and then they would learn the same thing from you. You know, people who don't already have any knowledge in the topic sees this, and they believe what was posted, then that's on you for spreading misinformation. So first of all, I'm going to debunk the misconception of Filipinos that Israel in the Bible is the same as Israel now. Well, that was wrong. Because the now Palestine and Israel, let's call it Holy Land. In the Bible, it was two kingdoms. The kingdom of Israel and the kingdom of Judea. Kingdom of Judea's capital was Jerusalem. So it was never Israel. And kingdom of Israel's capital was, let me research it. So the capital of the kingdom of Israel was first Shiloh, then Shechem, then Tirzah, then Samaria. And the kingdom of Israel was destroyed by the Romans and remained the kingdom of Judea. So the kingdom of Israel only lasted until 720 BCE. And then it was gone in the map. So the Israel now is not the same as the Israel in the Bible. Because what was standing in Jerusalem was not even the kingdom of Israel. It was the kingdom of Judea. So that's the first myth that I debunked. The second one is Jews are the chosen people of God. If you're a Christian and you believe this, why do you think Christianity has been created? If they were the chosen people. Why do you think God, I'm talking in a Christian point of view. Why would God send Jesus to preach to the Jews and to non-Jews and become Christianity eventually? If Jews were the chosen people of God, wouldn't it remain as just Judaism? God will not send Jesus and, the 12 apostles and what? Think. Because they weren't the chosen people anymore. If you really read your Bible, you will find out that the Jews has disobeyed God so many times. So many times. And the last one was when they rejected Jesus Christ as the Messiah. You don't know that because you don't read your Bible. Because you only pick what you will read from the Bible. The Jews were the ones who screamed, "Crucify Jesus Christ." It was the ones that you claim the chosen people. So how about that? And I hate to see that these things that were posted on social media was being shared by my friends and acquaintances who claim to be religious. Christians are the ones spreading this misinformation. And also the billboard there in Bacolod City, which is in the corner of Lupit Church, a big sign saying "We stand with Israel." It's shameful. It's shameful that in this day of information, a lot of you are misinformed and you chose not to read or do your own research. Another myth, that misconception, misinformation that we will debunk is Israelites, not the Israelis, or say, let's say the Jews were the indigenous people to the land. Okay, so let's go back, all the way back. Jews came from the Hebrews. The Hebrews came from where? From who? From Abraham. Abraham wasn't indigenous to the land. If you read your Bible, you would know that Abraham was not from Canaan. Canaan is now the land that is being disputed. Abraham was from present-day Iraq. Abraham was basically an Arab. And then God promised them, I will give you the land of honey and gold. You will not suffer, blah, blah, blah. And Abraham traveled from present-day Iraq to Canaan, which is present-day the disputed area. And then what did God tell Abraham? Kill everyone that was there. You see? If you really claim that these people were, were the chosen people of God, it goes to show their history. They have a history of killing people who are living there. Well, I'm speaking from someone who isn't religious anymore because of stuff like this. The Jews were not the chosen people of God. And the Israelites, even the Israelis, are not indigenous to the land. There were people that were living there. They're called the Canaanites. And during the fall of the kingdom of Judea from the Romans, the Jews, it was a punishment from God, if you would read your Bible, by the way, because they refused to accept Jesus as the Messiah. God the Father said that he will punish them for refusing to accept Jesus as the Messiah. And the punishment is that they will be scattered all around the world, and they will not be able to come back to the Holy Land. And that is the reason of the Jewish diaspora. They were scattered in Europe, in America, in North Africa. So you see, you don't read your Bible, don't you? And there were people that remained there. After, when the Romans conquered the kingdom of Judea, there were people that got left. They were the Jews who converted to Christianity eventually. And those people that remained there became Christian. There were also Jews that were left, a very few. And eventually the people that lived there became Muslims. It's the same people, just their religion evolved over time. Just like us Filipinos, we were first animist, then we were Muslims, and then now we're Christians. And then the Jews scattered all around the world. They intermarried with different nationalities. They've lived there for centuries, no, millennia. But the people that were left there stayed there, and now they are the present-day Palestinians. And then, now this is modern-day history that I'm telling you. That land was named by King Herod as Palestine. And now it became Palestine. Under the Ottoman rule, when the Ottomans were ruling the Middle East, Jews, Christians, and Muslims lived together in peace in that land. And then the Ottomans lost to the British Empire. And when the Ottomans lost to the British Empire, the British has got a hold of the territory. And after World War One, Balfour, the minister in the UK, just decided that he's going to write to Walter Rothschild and gift Palestine to the Jews. This is called the Balfour Declaration. In what way did the Brits have the right to give a land that wasn't theirs? And then World War II broke out and Hitler was killing the Jews. And this Zionism ideology has been pushed through. This ideology means that they will make a country for the Jewish people in the Holy Land. So after starting World War One, they were shipping European Jews to Palestine, eventually kicking out Palestinians out of their houses. Imagine if Chinese people come here to the Philippines and they just started kicking you out of your houses. You've been living here for a long time, ever since your ancestors, How would you feel? And then you as a Filipino would be stateless in other countries. You would go to Singapore, you would go to Thailand, somewhere else, and you won't have any citizenship. How would you feel? Yes, that's what happened to Palestinians in 1948. I have a lot more to say about this topic because this topic is so broad. But this is just a brief explanation of what's happening from a Filipino's point of view. So I hope you listened and you digest. You can look it up, everything that I said online. And all of it has references. I hope I kind of opened your minds to the things that you blindly believed in. And I will speak to you again soon. And will educate you again once more. Free Palestine.